Okay, so we're going to do 10 to 12 minutes working on our hips with a little bit of abs thrown in at the same time. So we're going to start down in a clamshell position. So you come down onto the mat, just support yourself on your elbow, and then legs are at 90 degrees. So for the first one, top leg's going to lift up, foot and knee level just to get us started, then tilt. So the feet almost touch, not quite, the knees up towards the ceiling. And then we've just got 30 seconds here, up and down, waistline pulling in, breathing deep. You're going to start to feel side and base of the seat. And just keep it small, keep the waist in. Focus on your breathing at the same time. So in through the nose, out through the mouth, up an inch, down an inch. Keep it small, just a few more seconds. So just keep moving, keep it small. And then let the feet come together so they touch all the way from toe to heel, and then the knee's going to lift. So it's just a little flick up with the knee. So it's just going up towards the ceiling, and you're trying to get it a little higher each time, but the feet are connected, like they are glued together right now. And the feet on the floor, waistline pulling in. Take that knee just a little higher if you can every time. So just small, subtle, but really deep into your seat muscle, lifting and toning all the time, breathing nice and deep. All right, and then I want you just to let the legs come back together. You're going to pop the feet up, and then we're going to go into a leg extension. So you're going to push away straight line, pushing up towards the ceiling a little bit, just so the foot goes higher than the knee. And the waistline is in always, so belly button to spine. Breathe deep at the same time, so just lengthen, like you're pushing against something really heavy there. So add a little resistance to that movement. Make the muscles work a wee bit harder each time, and then just keep the position, so don't let the foot drop down. Here's your last one. Now hold it, point the toes, and then a little pulse up and down. All right, so you are hardly moving, but the foot stays same position, or maybe just a little higher. Go work a little harder if you want. Keep the middle in too. Don't forget the waistline, belly button to spine. All right, up and down, barely moving. So feeling that through the outer thigh, right through the seat muscle, into the outer waistline at the same time. We're almost done. All right, so just a few more. Keep it going. Breathe through it. And then just slowly let that leg come back down. So both legs are back down on the floor this time. Top leg is coming out in front of you. Foot's in line with the waist. We're going to roll the hip. Toes slightly point to the floor, and then you've got little circles. Right, so you're pushing into the heel. So the more you lengthen, the more you feel, right? So through the back of the legs, hamstrings right into your seat. Waistline is still in. Breathing deeply all the time. And just push a little deeper, work a little harder. So the more length, the better the results. Lengthening, rotating at the same time. And then I just want you to just come back to center. Now bring the foot parallel. Bend the leg just an inch, just so you can straighten it again. So tiny little pulse. And then we can add a lift. So you can work a little harder there if you want to. Take the foot up towards the ceiling. Bend and lengthen. Foot in line with the waist. Belly button to spine. Breathing nice and deep. Almost done. All right, so just one last time. Take it up. Squeeze into the glutes as you do it. Breathing deeply the whole time. All right, and then let the leg come back down. Come round, take a breath. Now you're just going to push yourself up to sitting. We need to spin around and do that again on the other side. So you're coming down. Support yourself on your elbow. Legs at 90 degrees. Top leg lifts up, foot and knee level. Let the foot drop, nearly touches the foot, not quite. Up and down. Tiny movement. All right, looks all quite innocent, but these tiny little movements really work deep into your muscles. All right, waistline is in always, belly button to spine. Breathe nice and deep, and just feel these glutes. They should be just starting to feel some work there. Okay, up an inch, down an inch. Tiny movements, sculpting, lifting, shaping, defining all the way through the seat muscle. And then you're going to let the feet touch. The knee stays high and it goes higher. So it's, again, really small movement, really deep, right into the middle of your glutes. Waistline in as you do it. Feet like they're glued together right there. And the knees just going just a little higher every time if it can. Tiny, tiny movement. So lifting, shaping, sculpting through the seat muscle. And then you're just gonna let the knees come back down, take a breath, pop the feet up, and then we've got leg extension, so push your waist strong, straight line. So just check the alignment as you lengthen. Just look down the line of the leg and make sure the foot is in line with the hip as you fully extend away. And then make sure you don't let that foot drop. Okay, stay strong. So much bigger movement here. So you're gonna feel a little bit more going on all the way through the legs as well as the seat. All right, so you've just got one more here, lengthen, hold it, point the toes, little pulse, up and down, barely moving again, but feeling that work, feeling those muscles, they're getting stronger, lifting and firming. Now this one, right into the outer waistline, as well as through the thighs. All right, outer thigh, ooh, and your seat muscle, and your waistline, keep that in, belly button to spine. Lengthen that leg, changing your body, making it stronger, making it firmer. Keep going, keep working. All right, now come back down, take a breath. Lower leg is now on the floor, it's your support leg. Top leg comes out in front, foot in line with your waist, toes to the floor, tiny little circles, belly moving, but lengthening as you circle. So really pushing right into that heel, feeling that all the way through the thigh, through the seat. Push, breathe. Waistline in, keep it going, push a little deeper, work a little harder. The more you lengthen, the more you feel. The more you feel, the better the results. All right, so just 5 more here. And then we're just gonna change slightly. So the foot comes parallel, the leg is still straight. Now bend a fraction just so you can straighten it again. And then let's add that lift. So you're gonna really make the glutes work a whole lot harder when you start to lift the leg as you do your little bend pulse. Right, pushing into the heel, breathing nice and deep. All right, so we are halfway. It's just 15 seconds left here. Breathe through it, pushing into the heel. Feel those muscles, they're lifting, they're tightening, they're strengthening, they're changing right now as we do this. All right, so you're almost done. Come back down, take a breath, and then give it a re-rub. All right, so now push yourself back up to sitting. Gonna spin around. And we're just going to come back down onto the mat. So feet at the front of the mat, lengthen up the spine, pull the middle in, belly button to spine, lift out the arms, circle the shoulders, tuck the chin. Now we're just going to curl super slowly all the way down to the mat. And once we're there, we've got some more rotations, but they're for our waistline, not our seat muscle. All right, so once we're down on the mat, take a breath, bring the feet in. So feet are hip width apart, and then bring your right foot in front of your left knee and take the knee wide to the side. Place your hands on your shoulders, waistline is in, and then lift up, tuck the chin, and then you're gonna circle in towards the knee. So you're gonna make those circles just as big as you possibly can, right? So the wider you go, the more work for the outer waistline. The higher you come up, the more work for the lower abs, your deep abs. Your six pack's working all the time anyway here. All right, focus on your breathing. So you're tightening and toning all your abs all at once, and a little bit for the back. So right across the middle of your back, you're gonna feel some work there too. So strengthening, tightening and toning these muscles too. Keep it going. One last time. All right, head comes down, take a breath. Now just switch. Other side. Hands on shoulders, waistline in, take a breath. Breathe out, lift up, tuck the chin. Now the other way around. So you're just making those circles as big as you possibly can. So bigger the circle, smaller the waistline. Pull it in tight, belly button to spine. Just keep it going. Another 10 seconds, that's all we've got. All right, so bigger circles every single time. Work a little harder each time. You're getting stronger each time. Right, we're burning calories each time. And then there you go, let the head come down, take a breath. Feet are hip width apart. Bring the hands back on the mat, take a breath. Belly button to spine. Bring the right leg up, the knee is over the hip, and then bring the left leg to the same position and hold it there. Now you're gonna lift up your head and shoulders. Pull the waist in nice and tight. We're gonna lengthen arms and legs away from the body, keeping the head and shoulders lifted, and then coming back into center. And then again. So you're just trying to get the hands and feet as close to the floor as you possibly can. Might need to be a smaller movement. You just need to make sure your lower back stays still. It does not lift off the mat at any point. The work is the waistline. Don't want to put any pressure or stress through the lower back right now. The chin is tucked down, your breathing is deep, your waistline's getting stronger. So keep it going. Another couple here. It's a toughie, but it's so good for us. All right, one last time. Lengthen, come back in, head down, feet down, and now a stretch, shoulder bridge. Feet and knees in towards each other, maybe touching. That's a little trickier if you want. Belly button to spine, pull the waist in, place your hands on your shoulders, curl the pelvis, and just peel the back off the mat up towards the shoulders as far as you can, and then just nice and slow all the way back down. So you just want to visualize your spine curling back down onto the mat. Waistline in the whole way through there. So just pop my head up just so I can talk to you. Your head should be down on the mat right now. All right, so up and down, nice and slow. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little variation. If you want to work a little harder, you take a leg away, you point the toe to the ceiling. You can do a little pulse up towards the ceiling, work the support leg a little more, and then place the foot back down, middle in, and then other side. Or you can lower all the way back down to the mat and do the other side the next time you come up. There's no rules here, okay? And then just make sure your back is enjoying the stretch. Waistline is in to support the back. So you do this with or without the leg lifts. It's completely up to you. The leg lift will just add a little bit of balance, a little bit more work for your waistline. It's just a little extra if you want it. It makes no difference to the actual stretch. All right, belly button to spine is so important to keep your back supported all the way through the stretch here. And it's just gorgeous. I could just do this all day long. Right, up and down, nice and slow, one vertebra at a time, lifting and lowering off the mat. And the middle still in, make sure it is. Breathe nice and deep. All right, so here we go. Here's our last one. So you're just curling all the way back down to the mat. Take a nice deep breath. You're gonna lengthen the legs away this time, and then lengthen the arms behind you. Now, this might not work for everybody, but we'll give it a little try. Belly button to spine. Bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling, tuck the chin, and then just start to circle the shoulders and lift yourself all the way back up. And then take a stretch, take a nice deep breath. And then again, lengthen up, lift the arms, circle the shoulders, tuck the chin, waist is in control. All right, so really work in the middle here. So you just go as close to the floor as you can. There is no need to go all the way to the floor, so just keep in control of that movement. So it's your waistline doing it, your shoulders are circling, so your waistline has to do the work. Stretch every time because it's just so nice. A little length through the spine. If you're feeling strong, fingertips to ears, elbows wide, exactly the same move, but just different arm position is going to add quite a lot of load if you want it. Okay, so you keep the shoulders moving around. As you come back up, you lengthen, take that stretch, hold the stretch, just enjoy it. Sink down a little closer if you can, maybe. All right, nice deep breaths, and then back up, lengthen, circle in the shoulders. Chin down, waist in, curling back, just as close down to the floor as you possibly can. So you don't need to go all the way. You just need to keep the control right in the center. So keep pulling the middle in, belly button to spine, stretch every time here. So you're trying to get a little more length into the spine as we work the waistline at the same time. All right, one last time, lengthen up, circle the shoulders, chin is down, breathe in deep, curling back. Just to your point of control, which might be to the mat, or it might just be halfway to the mat. It really doesn't matter. And then once you're back up, lengthen, stretch and hold it. Take a deep breath. Try and sink down just a little bit closer there if you can. It's our last stretch here. So another breath. All right, and then lengthen back up. So we're basically going to do the same again, except we're just going to the mat and we're staying on the mat. So circle the shoulders. And then lower yourself down. If you need a little help, just use your arms. You can lower yourself down to the mat like that. That's fine. Once you're there, we're into our final move. And it's a stretch. It's gorgeous. Walk the feet in. Feet and knees are together. They're touching. Arms come out to the side. Just lay them on the floor. Waistline in, nice and tight. Now you're just going to lower the knees towards the right side. So trying to get the knees as close to the floor as you possibly can. Now as you do that, you could take your head the opposite direction, get a little bit more stretch. Okay, I won't. I'm going to keep looking at you. All right, so just keep the waist in, breathe nice and deep, and then take it across to the other side there. So you're trying to get the knees a little closer to the floor every time you do it. You control the twist from the waistline, so it's still about the middle, even though it is a gorgeous, gorgeous stretch for your back. So the knees come down slowly, and then you pull back from the waistline. So it might look like my legs are doing the work there, but they're not, it's the waistline. So the legs control on the way down, and the waistline does the work to pull the legs back up. So the waistline in all the time, supporting your back as you go through the stretch. All right, so it is important to keep the middle working, belly button to spine. You want that back to have support as you go through that stretch. And here's another one. I could just do this all day long. I love it. All right, a little further if you can, but don't force it, okay? And some days we're better than others. So some days your knees might touch the floor, other times maybe not. It's okay, right? Keep the waist in, focus on the breathing, and then just one more each side. Okay, so just taking it down, breathe nice and deep, and then come back up to center. Take a deep breath and then just hold it center, and then lengthen the legs. Arms down by your side, take a breath, and then we're gonna have to just grab ourselves our bands. So, nice re-stretch to get us finished off. So if you don't have a band, you can use a towel for this, or in fact, maybe I'll just do it without the band. So Shamsa will show with the band, and I'll work without in case you don't have one. So you're going to hold onto the leg if you don't have your band. If you've got the band, you just follow Shamsa, hook it around your foot, and then you use the band to just pull the leg in just a little bit closer towards your body. Now, don't force the stretch. You just want a mild tension straight the way through the back of the leg. All right, not all shaky. And then as you hold that stretch and relax into it and breathe through it, you should find that you can just come in a little closer maybe. Now, if you can't, it's fine. Hold it, hold where you are. Focus on the breathing, because if you breathe, better you stretch. All right, so just enjoy the stretch. So just drawing that leg in towards you a little closer if you can, but say, we never ever force the stretch. Take a deep breath, and now, so the band goes to one hand, and then you take the leg away to the side. So you're just gonna get a wee stretch through the inside of the leg there. So feeling that there. Breathing nice and deep. And again, just hold it, relax, enjoy it, and see if you can just maybe just get a little bit more stretch there as your muscles relax into it. But go nice and easy with the stretches, and then slowly just come back to center, and then switch sides. So just gonna change legs. So with the band, change it center, it's easier. And then just same again on the other side. So you're just gonna bring the leg in towards you until you feel that mild tension. So not crazy shaking, in fact, not any shaking, just mild tension. Breathe deeply and relax. The more you relax, the better you stretch. And then if you are starting to feel that ease and tension, then you can just come in a little closer maybe, but just go slow, enjoy, relax, breathe deep, and just feel those muscles just releasing, lengthening. And then take the band to one hand, or take the leg away to the side. So maybe you can hold onto your foot. If you can't do that, just hold onto the leg lower down. It really doesn't matter, just to support the leg as you take it across. Or you could even use a towel rather than a band for these as well. So just gonna hold that, breathe nice and deep. So just enjoy it. Stretches are so great. All right, and then just slowly come on back to center. Foot back down on the mat, take a breath, and then hug the knees in. So you can just rock yourself back up to sitting. Lengthen the legs in front, and then let's just come down for our final stretch, down towards the legs. So take a nice deep breath, just hold it there. Just in through the nose, out through the mouth. See if you can get just a little closer down. And then just slowly, slowly curl back up, lengthen up the spine, take a deep breath. And there you go, we're done. Good for you.